3 engaged people on the live than 17 people on the live and no engagement, because that actually hurts me. It doesn't help me. So please just leave your comments down below, engage, ask questions, even if it's a wow. If there's some information that I give or I drop a gem that you didn't know, just put WOW. That's it. Kindly. But I'm going to still give y'all ching chang. So let's get started. So we are starting right on the top. Let me know if the music is too loud. If the music is too loud or it's overpowering my voice, I can definitely turn that down for you guys. So we are starting. So welcome to Rashad Terry Global Beauty's Schooled in Skin, What's Your Skin Type workshop. So the objectives of this is specifically to determine the appropriate treatment and products, also to determine the causes of the skin conditions and contraindications. If you don't know what contraindications are just things that may not work for your skin or things that would be opposed to your skin receiving a product or a treatment or specific things. It's just something that's going to hinder me actually being or you actually being able to do a specific thing. Number 3, get a better understanding of your own skin and skin type. That's what we're all really here for, people, isn't it? We're all really here to get a better understanding of our own skin and our own skin types. And also to identify the 4, I'm tongue-tied today. Jesus be a regulator of my tongue. Identify the 4 genetic skin types through visualization, understand the characteristics of each skin type, and then to identify the proper skin regimen and treatment plan based on your skin type and common skin concerns. So my goal today is to help you to ultimately understand your skin and ultimately be able to access the knowledge within your mind that you will gain today by actually being able to figure out what your skin needs at any given time. So if your skin type tries to kind of switch it up, if your skin type tries to kind of say, I need this today, you will have the ability to actually be able to identify that and tell you and be able to know exactly what it is that your skin needs. Any questions so far? No questions? Okay. So we're going to move it Lona Lone. Bear with me. It's a lot going on. I'm trying to get it together, I promise. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, so next slide. So, there are ultimately 4 genetic skin types. Let me move this slide and make it slightly smaller so you guys can also see my face as well. I'm trying to get it. I'm struggling, y'all. I thought I resized this, but nope. Okay, so which way do I need to slide? I need to slide this way. Actually, I need to move this way. So I can slide to the left. Slide to the right. Ooh. I'm knocking stuff over. Okay, here we go. There we go. So there's ultimately 4 genetic skin types. Hey, what's this? Instagram. If you guys are on, go ahead and go over to youtube.com. You can find me at youtube.com. Just type in Rashad Terry Global Beauty. So there's ultimately 4 genetic skin types, right? So a lot of times, a lot of people confuse the genetic skin types with actual skin types that are maybe not necessarily a genetic skin type. So the 4 genetic skin types are actually normal, dry, oily, and combo. A lot of people call sensitive skin a skin type. In fact, it is in my personal opinion that sensitive skin is not a skin type. Your skin is not sensitive. Your skin is sensitized, which means that there is something that you may have done. There is something that you may have that has caused your skin to be sensitized to specific products. That can be over time, that can be something that's instant, that can be a lot of different categories. So this is why you see 4 genetic skin types instead of what do you call it? 5 genetic skin types. So let's go through these skin types. The first skin type, and let me know if this is too small. I'm actually going to make it bigger so you guys can see it better. So let's talk about what a skin type is. What's a skin type? Let's see. The classification that describes a person's genetic skin attributes. So your skin has attributes. There are layers, there's pores, your skin does things. All of these things contribute to actually what your skin type is. That is how you're going to be able to determine it. And then some keywords. This is another keyword that you're going to need today because I'm going to be using these words and I want you to be familiar with those words. T-zone. The T-zone is the central part of a person's face, including the forehead, nose, and chin. So if I can make this slide smaller for a second, your T-zone is literally here, 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 and the chin. So when we're talking about this area, you're more so thinking of the cheek area, not necessarily the under eye area. There's no pores under the under eye area. So a lot of different things can happen there that won't necessarily happen on the cheek area. And then you're going to need to use this word later, palpation. So palpation is to examine the skin through touch, manipulating it and determining conditions such as oiliness or elasticity. So if you don't know what elasticity is basically, if I could give it in layman's terms, the bounce back of the skin. So as the skin stretches, how it bounces back, how fast it bounces back, how slow it may bounce back, or if it even bounces back. So a lot of people have really strong elasticity, which means that their skin is nice and hydrated and it's plump. The more hydration that's in the skin, the more plump the skin is going to be, the more elasticity and collagen you're going to have. Collagen is also responsible for the plumpness. Elasticity is responsible for how the skin draws back. So now that we have that, let's go on to the next slide. Give me a 2 if you're still with me and if you're getting some wealth or knowledge out of this live. So now we're going to talk about the first 2 skin types. The first 2 skin types are normal. So normal skin often changes as the environment, the habits, and lifestyle changes. Treatments are typically preventative. So when you have normal skin, most of the time your treatments are going to be categorized by what am I doing to prevent breakouts? What am I doing to prevent oiliness? What am I doing to prevent anything? Dryness. So your skin is conditional. Based on the conditions and the environment and the type of skincare that you utilize from day to day will dictate where your skin goes. Your skin ultimately, when you have normal skin, is telling you, I'm going to let you choose how we going to act. How many times have we said that to people? I say it to my students all the time. I'm going to let you choose how we going to act. So that's what your skin is telling you. Combination skin. The oil to hydration balance is easily affected on combination skin. So when you're dealing with combination skin, you're more so concerned about the balance of the oil and the hydration in the skin. Sometimes it's too much oil, sometimes it's dehydrated. That means there's lack of water, lack of moisture. Excess oil, sometimes when it's dehydrated, it's going to make more oil. So you want to be focused more on that. And this is just some brief attributes. We're going to really dig deep into this in a second. Also, you may have an overproduction of oil, or you may have normal oil production in the T-zone. So your skin, when you have combination skin, can be between any 2 type of things. You can have too much oil in that area, or it can be normal oil in that area and dry on the outer perimeter. Or it could be the opposite way. Maybe you're dry in the center of the face, and maybe you're super oily on the outer perimeters. I'm going to tell you also, we're going to do something later called the 3 T's, because my last name is Terry. Hello, somebody. And we're going to go through the 3 T's, and I'm going to show you how to identify how to determine what's going on in your skin. Next slide. And as I take a drink, because I'm getting a little thirsty. Okay, so oily skin. Oily skin tends to age more slowly because the oil acts as a natural protective barrier on the skin. So oily skin is, if you got oily skin, I hear so many people complaining about oily skin. Listen, I have oily skin. I have combination oily skin, but I'm super oily in the center, as you can see. I just finished. I just got on camera and look at the oils in the center of the face. A lot of people complain about oily skin, but embrace the oils. This is the best thing since sliced bread. If you have super oily skin, you're not going to look a day old by the time you hit about 60, 70. You're still going to have all the elastin, all the collagen. Well, maybe not all the collagen, but you're going to look youthful. So embrace that oil. Don't hate it. Don't try and dry it out. And then finally, dry skin. So dry skin can tend to have what is called TEWL. I get oily on my nose. Come on, oily nose. That's just oil. Because honestly, your nose, we'll talk about it later. But you get TEWL. This is called transepidermal water loss. And this is water loss that is caused by the evaporation of water from the humidity from the surface of the skin. Transepidermal water loss is typically what is the cause of dry skin. And when you have something like that, you have to make sure that you're really hydrating your skin, you're really taking care of your skin, and you're really moisturizing, and you're really just nurturing that skin where it needs to be nurtured. So transepidermal water loss is a whole nother story. I can talk on and on about that, but we're not going to do that. So let's talk about the three T's. So this is how I do my skin analysis. The three T's, because my last name is Terry. Come on, somebody. So the three T's stand for three things you're going to be looking for in your skin. And that is tone, texture, and temperature. There we go. Tone, texture, and temperature. The three T's. Tone, texture, and temperature. So what does that mean? What is that going to do for me? Make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video if you're getting value too. Tone. So looking at the overall skin tone. Is there hyperpigmentation? Is there hypopigmentation, meaning a loss of melanin in the skin? Are there some shading areas, like some darkness on the cheek area? Maybe there's some shading on the higher points of the forehead. You're looking at the overall tone of the skin. And that's going to tell you what's going to be beneficial as far as, let's say, serums and treatments. And then you're going to be looking for texture. Texture on the skin often sometimes can identify as dead skin cells, and it can also sometimes identify as dry skin. So you're going to look for the texture. And then finally, temperature. You're going to feel the face for temperature. When there is temperature on the skin, normally if your skin is warm in a particular area, and I want for everybody to do this with me, before I touch my hand, I'm going to go ahead and sanitize my hands. So I'm going to be back in one quick second. I want for you guys to also sanitize your hands, because you should never touch your face with dirty hands or unsanitized hands. And I'm going to give you guys a quick second to do that as I go and grab my, what do you call it? My hand sanitizer. I'll give y'all a quick little music break. Oh. Okay, so I'm back. That was quick, wasn't it? Okay, so the three T's. So I've got my hand sanitizer, big one too. We got sanitizer all around this household. We don't play those games. Keep the germs away. So, and I ain't showing no label because they ain't paying me to show them a label. So, the 3 T's. So the first thing is tone. I'm looking at my tone. That's something that you'll visually see. Then you're going to look for texture. The way you're going to feel for texture is you're just going to take your finger or the back of your hand and you're going to rub. And you can take your finger. Right now I don't have any texture because my skincare regimen is popping right now. So no texture. And then you're going to feel around for temperature. Anywhere where your skin is warm, 9 times out of 10, that's going to indicate that you have some oil production in that area. Heat produces oil on the skin. If it's cool, so for example, this area is often very cool. I don't get a lot of oils there. So those are some things that are going to be beneficial for you when you're trying to decide what's going on in the skin. So for example, I'm warm here. There's oil production. We can also see that there are some larger pores in that area. Those are things that you want to look for to kind of help you decipher between what your actual skin type is. And we're going to go over these things. So if someone has texture, the next thing that I probably would ask, for example, is, okay, you have a lot of texture. Do you exfoliate? If they tell me no, then it may just be dead skin cells. However, if they tell me, yes, I exfoliate twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, that's going to give me an indication that, if they exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week and they have lots of texture, they have very dry skin. Another thing is smokers, things like that, people who smoke. Your skin is asphyxiated. So that can kind of bring dryness to the skin. Well, it's not that it can, it will bring dryness to the skin. So do we understand the 3 T's? Give me some hearts or whatever this thing does, YouTube does, a thumbs up if you understand. I don't know how this works. The moisturizer is everything. Mine feel good because I have been using the moisture from you. Come on, can we take a quick break and talk about this moisturizer? This is my absolute favorite. Let me tell you, it's been my favorite since day one, since I had the previous line. This is the bomb, baby. When I tell you this moisturizer it's in a creation of God. I'm telling you, Holy Spirit literally dropped down in my body and said, create it. And I did, and it's amazing. And the reason, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it for a second, okay? The reason why this is super hydrating is because organic aloe leaf juice has tons of water in it, right? So that's number one. You're getting tons of water. And let's talk about water. Your skin, if you have dry skin, dehydrated skin, your skin does not need oil. Your skin needs oil, but your skin needs water. Your skin does not need a butter. Your skin needs water. So, with that being said, that transepidermal water loss is what the problem is. You're dehydrated. And I'll sip tea on that. So, with that being said, once you provide the necessary water needed for your skin to really flourish and hydrate, then your skin can be very, very moisturized. And it can look radiant and glowy like this. Come on, people. Y'all see it. Let me lean back. Anyway. So, yes. The moisturizer is awesome. And if you have not gotten your hydrating facial mist, you better get you some. I'm just saying. And yes, it's back in the original bottle. It's just silver and a frost white. I couldn't do the plastic bottle for the hydrating facial mist. It just wasn't giving what it said it was supposed to give. And I was like, nope, that's not it. Next slide. Right? Uh-oh, I think I might have went too many slides over. Nope, I did it right. Okay, so this is going to be a clear indication for you to understand exactly, and I got to look at this at my sheets because I can't see that screen that far away. I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh, I got through a lot of these slides quick. Proud of me. Hallelujah. So, this is where you're going to also need that skin type product guide. So, These are some real life pictures of what you should be looking for the most part when it comes to your skin type. Hey, Facebook, if you're on Facebook, I need for you guys to go over to youtube.com and type in, you can go to youtube.com/. Rashad Terry, or you can just type in Rashad Terry Global Beauty. It's going to take you over to the presentation. It's a full 4K presentation. It's absolutely amazing. So go on over, because you're not getting the best benefits of what you can see here that you would get over there. So these are your 4 genetic skin types through visualization. So if you haven't, again, go over to rashadterry.com/academy to get your reference your skin type guide and download it. So we have normal skin. Let's talk about some categories of normal skin, and you can look along with me on this actual printout. So normal skin, the pores are barely visible. The skin's tone is even. Minimal skin problems happen with this skin type, and sensitivities and blemishes are not really an issue for this skin type. So those are some major identifiers that can help you identify whether your skin is normal or not. So then we're going over to combo, and actually let's just stick on normal for a second. So no, let's introduce them all first. Yeah, no, we'll stick on normal for a second. So for example, a recommended cleanser for a normal skin type is going to be a gel, a oil, or a cream with hyaluronic acid to keep the complexion youthful and glowing. So with that being said, your recommended cleanser, really this skin type can use any type of cleanser. The normal skin is very versatile. It can handle anything. But you still want to have a strict and strategic skincare regimen so that you can regulate the skin and keep it normal. Your exfoliators are things like enzymes and glycolic acid. There's no ingredients that you want to have, or you're going to have to necessarily avoid with this type of skin. So you're pretty much good to go. You're really good to go with this type of skin. So for example, what I would personally recommend if we were talking about the normal skin type would be the purifying cleanser, of course, because this has the MSM, the DMAE, which is for fine lines and hydration. This also has the hyaluronic acid. It has that organic aloe leaf juice, and it has tons of antioxidants in it. This one is going to be ideal for the normal skin type, that purifying cleanser. The essential cleanser can work as well, but the essential cleanser ultimately doesn't really have anything in it because it's designed and created for sensitive skin. So when you're thinking about cleansers, this is what I would recommend. What I would also recommend as a key point for normal skin is the glycolic peel pads. These are 10% glycolic pads with the waffle. It has a beautiful waffle pad, so it gives you a little bit of physical exfoliation, but it's more so for a chemical exfoliation. Let me see if the camera will focus so you guys can kind of see the texture on those pads. Okay? So that's more so what you're looking for with a normal skin type. So let's go on to that next skin type. Next we have combination skin. Combo skin has medium-sized pores, right? They have medium-sized pores in the T-zone. They have oily skin in the T-zone. They may have blemishes and blackheads. So if you look here, and let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Maybe you can't see it that well. Let me center it. So we can see that her skin has a bit of a shine in the center of the face, as well as we can see a lot of texture, and we can see that she has suffered from some breakouts in the center of her face. So that is going to categorize her skin as oily. If you see pores, like medium-sized pores, those are things that you're looking for. So for this type of skin, oily skin, you're going to need something that is a gel-based or a foam-based cleanser that contains salicylic acid or glycolic acid. So the essential cleanser, my friends, on the interwebs. The essential cleanser is going to be ideal for that skin type, and let me show you why. So this is a gel cleanser, right? And what gel cleansers do is they work well with oil by cutting through the oil to help remove that excess oil. And you're going to get a really nice lather with this. This does not have glycolic acid in it, or this does not have glycolic acid in it, but we have the glycolic peel pads, so you can utilize those separately to get what you need out of that, if that makes sense. So that's going to be the ideal cleanser for a combo skin. Some other things: glycolic acid helps decrease oils in the skin without drying it out. So glycolic acid is a great thing. That's why I have the glycolic peel pads. They will help you. And a lot of times, the reason why I made these peel pads is because I realized that people were using the glycolic acid in the liquid bottle. They were using too much, and it was causing their skin to become sensitized. So with the pills, I put in the right amount of formulation in these pads so that one pad gives you the right amount or the right dosage of glycolic acid that you would need for your skin. Now, if glycolic acid in the pad is too strong, what I would recommend is you go to like a Sephora or somewhere and ask for a lactic acid. Lactic acid is like the sister of glycolic acid, and what it does is it actually is a more gentle version of the glycolic acid. But I don't think you guys will have many problems with the glycolic acid pill pads now, because it's dispersed between the pads and you only get the right dosage. I see a comment. It really is. As well as the purifying cleanser, my granddaughter acne has gotten so much better since using those two products, as well as the toner. Amazing. Come on, Chanel, with the good skin. My baby gonna have good skin. Y'all hear me? She gonna have good skin. Listen. Hi, Deborah Ann. Welcome. So let's keep it moving. We're gonna go on over to oily skin. So we're going up one. Oily skin has larger pores. It's shiny and greasy. As you can see, her skin looks very shiny. It looks very greasy. We can see the larger pores. They may have blemishes or blackheads. And as you can see on her skin, she has tons of blemishes and blackheads all over. When the skin is oily, let's talk a little bit about oily skin and why it's so prone to breaking out. So when the skin is oily, the oil is a carrier. Oil is a carrier. So any oil is going to carry. So when you have excess oil, your skin grabs the debris and the impurities and the pollution and the toxins from the air and the free radicals and all of those things, and the oil grabs it and it holds on to it. All of those things carry bacteria. So what happens is the oil is holding on to those bacteria. The bacteria is sitting on the skin, and that's what causes the breakouts. So this is why it's important when you have oily skin, you carry the hydrating facial mist or either the clarifying toner in your purse. So throughout the day, you're going to miss one of these two on your skin throughout the day, maybe once every 3-4 hours, or just when you think about it. And what that does is it kills the bacteria. So the clarifying toner has white willow bark. White willow bark has salicylate. Salicylic acid is made from salicylate. So this ultimately has salicylic acid in it, but it's the organic version of it. So it's a lot less harsh. It's not chemically made. So what it's going to do is it's going to continue to fight those bacteria throughout the day. You should see me at work. I do this all day. Just give myself a quick mist, because that's why my skin does not break out where. Let's zoom in. Where? What breakout? There's no bumps. No bumps, people. I'm just saying. Skincare works. And it ain't because I just got good skin and I'm an esthetician. Proof is in the pudding. I'm just saying. So let's keep it moving. Let's go on over to dry skin. Oh, nope, I skipped. So for exfoliators for oily skin, you want to use enzymes, salicylic acid, and glycolic acid. So the glycolic acid is going to be great for this skin type, as well as salicylic acid. Now we don't have our salicylic acid treatments anymore. However, we do have the acne peel pads that are coming out, similar to the glycolic peel pads. So that's going to be your treatment, and it does have salicylic acid in it. Question from Facebook. So, can you also use it on your face if you don't have oily skin? Yes, you can. So, the glycolic acid is for multiple skin types. The clarifying toner is for multiple skin types. The hydrating facial mist is for multiple skin types. So, you can definitely use these things even if, but I'm just what I'm saying is just one of those ingredients is actually specifically great for that skin type. So that's more of where you're looking at when it comes to that specific product. Good question. So our next thing is sip sip as I take a sip. Dry skin. Dry skin has small pores. The skin tends to look dull, rough. It's prone to redness and flakiness. For dry skin, you want to use a cream cleanser with humectants such as hyaluronic acid and glycerin. So when you have dry skin, you have to spend a little bit of extra time to really nourish your skin. What I love about the purifying cleanser is just as well as it's great for oily skin, it has the viable ingredients that is completely necessary to really nourish the skin, to really help provide those humectants to the skin for dry skin. So let's just look at some of the ingredients. We have that organic aloe leaf juice, the hyaluronic acid. We also have, green tea leaf extract. We have the provitamin B5. We have the vitamin C ester. We have the sunflower oil. And we also have that DMAE, which is helps with fine lines and wrinkles, which dry skin tends to have a lot of issues with fine lines and wrinkles. And then we also have that MSM, which is helping to bind moisture into the skin. So really great product for dry skin just as well as combo skin. And that's what's important is that you have products that can be multifaceted. So for example, normal skin, 2 weeks they can be normal, the next 2 weeks they can be dry. So you have a cleanser that's kind of like a chameleon that kind of bounces between what your skin needs. And that's one of the most important things that was important for me when creating this line was making sure that the products worked for multiple people or for different things that may be going in your skin. Because when I used to work in places like Sephora and Dillard's and Nordstrom, those places you sell someone a line. And they used to be, and I used to buy a lot of these products too. And I used to be like, well, dang, my skin is needing this right now. So now I got to go buy something else for the time it is doing this. Not with these products. They work and they adjust based on what your skin needs. And that's the importance. As skincare practitioners, estheticians, product developers, all of those things, I think that it's necessary that they start getting back to what does the skin generally need and providing that instead of trying to provide all of these things that are going to be great for the skin. And then because these ingredients are expensive and everybody's like, oh, I got to have that in my stuff. You filling it with xanthan gum and fillers and things, and people aren't really getting what they need. So for example, and I did this on a live too. Let's talk a little bit about ingredients before we talk about the sensitive skin type. And I also see a comment here. I'm going to read that comment in a second. So for example, I want you to look on my ingredients list. At the bottom, it says xanthan gum, right? So xanthan gum is a filler. It's a preservative. Anything underneath that is going to be less than 1% contents of your product. What does that mean? That means you're not receiving the benefits of that actual ingredient. So they may have it in there just to say it's in there, but it's under that. So what you want to do is you want to look for the fillers in your ingredients. And I'll do a Instagram, maybe an Instagram live one next time I go to Target, and I'll actually pick up some products and show you guys the ingredients list so that you can understand. So if you look at something like maybe Cetaphil, I think maybe Cetaphil. If you look, or it's not Cetaphil, it's that other brand that starts CeraVe or CeraVe. So if you look, they have these, they say, oh, hyaluronic acid and all this other stuff. But when you look at the ingredients list, there's like 6 or 7 fillers in the center of that ingredients list. So everything above the fillers is more of a higher percentage. Everything under the fillers is either 1% or probably less, which means that you're not getting the benefits of it. So technically they can say that it's in there, but are you actually receiving the benefits of it? And this is why when you use those things, you feel nice and hydrated when you use it. And then after an hour, once your skin absorbs, because it doesn't have enough contents of the ingredient that you need, like hyaluronic acid, it's not an active ingredient, it's actually, your skin dries right back out because you're really not getting hyaluronic acid. You're getting it because it's in there, but it's less than 1%. And that's the reality of it. So when you look at my products, you look at the fillers are the last thing in there. So these products are concentrates. They're going to give you the benefits that you need, and you can use less to get more of a bang for your buck. And that's really what you need to look for when you're looking for skincare. Let's read this comment. The dry. Let me put the picture back up so y'all can see y'all. The dry picture was my legs till I start using Bliss Bar Coat with butter. Thank God for our friend Delicia. Between you two, my skin is going to be flawless from head to toe. I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm seriously, Jesse, it was bad. Delicia knows, heck, I sent her a picture. I think she might have showed me that picture, Lisa, because you know we good friends. And sometimes she'll ask me like certain things so that she'll know, like so that I can give her advice or tips on what to do. I think I might have seen the picture and not known who it was, but I remember seeing a picture of legs like that. That's funny. Next slide. Oh no, not next slide. We're gonna go ahead and go to sensitive skin. Who did? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see, somebody downloaded the PDF, I assume. It's not working. Anyway, okay, so sensitive skin. You're going to have fine or larger pores, redness, itching, dry skin, and prone to irritation. So let's just think about this for a second. And I'm going to move this mic closer because I feel like I'm yelling. Let's just think about this for a second. Fine lines, larger pores. Not really it's a characteristic, but not really something that's going to indicate a specific thing besides oils or combo oils. And then dry skin, prone to irritation. Can you see how all jumbled and all over the place that is? This is why I say this is not really a skin type. There is something that you are doing to your skin that is causing it to be sensitized. And that's just the reality of it. You are sensitizing your skin. So if you have a sensitive skin type, that means you need to really reevaluate and really study what exactly it is that you're doing, when you're doing it. Are you wearing sunscreen? Are you doing all of these things? Because if you're not, you're sensitizing your skin and it's sensitive to whatever. So you have to make sure that you are paying attention to your skin when you have a skin type that is sensitive. Cream cleansers are the best. Make sure they are hypoallergenic and sulfate free. Sulfates are what make products foam and lather. These can be irritants for the skin. So, our essential cleanser is going to be ideal for sensitive skin types. Yes? And the reason why this is because this is a mild cleanser. It lathers up for a deep clean. It's ideal for normal to combination skin, even sensitive. And when you look at the ingredients on the back, there's not many. And I know my lighting is really, really bright today, so you probably can't even see. These are the ingredients, not many. Organic aloe leaf juice, some sodium laurate sulfate, glycerin. Glycerin is what you're going to need for sensitive and dry skin. Some hydrogenized wheat protein. Hydrogenized wheat protein is great for calming the skin down and soothing the skin. Provitamin B5, tea tree leaf oil, that's going to kill some bacteria. Tetrasodium glutamate dioctate. Very simple cleanser, but as you can see, it gives you that lather because it's in a gel base. You're going to get the lather that you need. So I recommend this for sensitive skin types specifically because, and there's fragrance free, it's hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic. So it's going to be great for you guys. Non-comedogenic means non-clogging of the pores, okay? So now that you know, get the appropriate skin routine and be consistent, okay? Get the consistent skin routine that is designed for you and be consistent, people. That's all to it but to do it. Okay? So let's talk about the regimen medicine. We're a customer-centric business. So I want to give you guys 20% off of any purchase that you do today. Stick around because I'm going to answer some questions if you guys have some. Thank you guys on Facebook for watching. You can go over to YouTube and go ahead and watch the remainder of the live. Let's talk a little bit. Alexa is over here. I also kind of gave it a nickname. It's the skin cancer serum. So this combats skin cancer.